Live Talk with Anita Bradley.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for watching Live Talk with Benita Bradley. I'm your host, Benita Bradley. And this whole time I've been talking, I've been on mute. So listen, um, let me start over. So I want to say good evening to Instagram. I want to say good evening to all of you across all of our Facebook platforms. And I want to say good evening to YouTube and a good evening to Periscope Twitter. It's been an exceptional day for me. I've had a really good day. And I hope you guys have had a great day too. So I want to give a couple of shout outs before I get started while I'm waiting on my guest. She may be having some issues with her on her end, her emails and stuff. So hopefully she'll get in soon. But I wanted to give a couple of shout outs. So first shout out goes to Tamika Gilmore for telling me about these glasses. These glasses protect my eyes from all the light that's coming right at me. Because one of the things that the type of brain tumors I have, it's really hard on my eyes. So the lighting is really, really hard. So shout out to Tamika for telling me about these glasses. I ordered them from Amazon. And then the next shout out is to my very own granddaughter. She is 12. She made me this jewelry to match my dress. If you can see, maybe I need to stand up a little bit. Can you see my dress? So she made me this jewelry to match my dress. And her middle name is Mackenzie. So her line is called Jewelry by Mac. She made me this and this. So she told me I had to give her a shout out. So I promised I would. So I keep my word. So let me see that she get the link. Hold on one second. Let's see. Did you get the link? Okay, so while we're waiting on her, I hope you guys are enjoying the first day of May. It just seems like time is going by so fast. So we're in May, first day of May. Many of you know that May is also Brain Tumor Awareness Month, Brain Cancer Awareness Month. So, and many of you know, many of my followers those of you that's been with me for some time, you know that this month is very important to me for several reasons. Well, number one, it is Brain Tumor Awareness Month. So throughout the month of May, I'll be talking about a little, sharing more of my journey, and giving you some inside looks on some of the processes I've been through, for the past, let me see, I was first diagnosed in 2012. So that's how long I've been dealing with this. And the Lord has been really faithful, and He's been really kind to me. And so I'll tell you a little bit about that. But in May, we wear gray in May. So you're going to see me wearing a lot of gray in May. Don't worry. I'm not sad. I'm not depressed. I'm not any of that. It's just that May, gray is the color for the month of May for Brain Tumor Awareness. Okay. So if you see me with a ribbon on, it's going to be a gray ribbon. And that's going to be for brain tumor awareness or brain cancer awareness, because a lot of times you can have a brain tumor and it not be cancerous, but sometimes it can be just as formidable as those that are cancerous. Okay, so I want to talk to you about that. And then also May is the month my mother passed away last year, so this will be our first anniversary year of my mother passing on, I think May 17th. So last year we spent Mother's Day around her hospital bed. And so I'll talk to you a little bit about that as we get into the month of May. I want to do, but I probably won't, since we got so much coming up. I wanted to do the box giveaway again, but because we have so much going on and so much coming up, I'm not going to be able to fit that into my schedule. So, but also, so did I take care of May? Yeah, May. So that's everything in May. Don't forget, if you are a part of our grief support group, we're meeting again May 5th, which is this Thursday coming in. We're meeting again there. You have to go to the website and register in order to get into the group, okay? There is no other way into the group except for if you register. And I do that for several reasons, but the number one reason is to so I can keep an account of who's in the group and make sure that the group is ran with integrity and sensitivity, and with the privacy of those in the group in mind. Okay, so you have to register in order to be included in the group. The group is absolutely free, but you do have to go to the website. The website is rolling across the bottom of the screen. You have to go to the website to register, but I do think I have the flyer I can put up right quick. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to put the flyer up right quick and leave it up for a few minutes while I talk. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so there's the flyer. All the information is now on your screen. So it's a grief support group, and we just share. We had our first one 2 weeks ago, and it was really more than I thought it would be. It was simply amazing. Everyone was open and everyone shared. There was no one in the group that did not share something. Everyone that participated in the group shared something. And I'm so thankful that I did not listen to the naysayers, but I went ahead and did what I had to do. And so we're meeting again May 5th. We'll be meeting again. And then I think May 19th will be the next meeting. But stay with us and keep your eyes out. If you have not gone to our YouTube channel, go over there and subscribe. Look for Live Talk with Benita. Everything on every major social media outlet, you're going to look for the same. Either Live Talk with Benita, Live Talk with Benita Bradley, or, Live Talk Benita, something like it. All of it is the same across the board. So wherever you go, whatever social media platform you're on, just look for that information and you'll be able to keep up with what's going on. So the flyers there, and it's just not for those who have lost loved ones. I started this group primarily in honor of my daughter passing. But since, my mother has passed, like I said, and so many of you have lost loved ones that's near and dear. And it's not only for those who have lost a loved one, because, grief comes in many forms. Grief can come as a result of divorce, long-term illness, job loss, anything that life hit you real hard and knocked you out. You can be susceptible to grief in any form. But the main thing we focus on in the group is the loss of a loved one, and how we deal with it. We shared coping mechanisms, healthy thought, healthy food for thought. So we share those things during our group meeting. So I wanted to make you aware that our next meeting is going to be this Thursday at 7 p.m. I'm on Eastern Standard Time. So if you're somewhere else, you have to figure out what time that would be in your particular area. Okay. So, and I think with our guests, we're in a different time zone as well. So, but we're gonna, if she doesn't show up, we'll go ahead with the show. She may be having technical difficulties. I don't know, but so also in May, what else is happening in May? In May, if there is a blood drive near you, would you be mindful to go and give blood? Because many of you know, 3 weeks after I had my last brain surgery in October, I hemorrhaged really bad, to the point where I was dying and losing so much blood, kind of in and out of consciousness and things like that. But I had to have several transfusions because I was just losing too much blood too fast. So if you can, find your nearest blood bank and donate blood. I want you to be mindful of that. Because you never know when you might need it, or your loved one or someone might need it. So think about that during the month of May also, okay? What else? I think that's it for May. And then in June, our 3-year anniversary is coming up, and I'm super excited about that. I'm working with Thrill Run Productions. Shout out to Dante Daly for that. We are putting together an all-star night for you all. They're thinking about extending it more than just one night so more people can get in. But for right now, we are set, I think the weekend of the 24th of June is when we'll begin our celebration, 3-year anniversary of being on the air. Of course, you guys know I've taken breaks here and there, but we have been on for 3 years. It's been 3 years. I can't believe it myself. And so in June, we're having a big celebration. It's going to be a concert, and also you guys are going to see some of the best up and coming artists around. Some are going to be locally here in Atlanta, and some from my hometown, Orlando, Florida. So I'm excited about that. And you'll also get a chance to get tickets. It's going to be, here's the thing that blew my mind. Here's what they're doing. They are doing it live in the studio. So it'll be like a show. It's a show, but your tickets will include you getting inside the venue. We will have food prepared for you there. There's tables and chairs. It's just going to be phenomenal. They're blowing my mind with how they're going all out. And then I'll be in a different room doing interviews throughout the night, meeting and greeting all of my followers, and taking pictures with you guys as well. So it's going to be a big thing, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm super excited about it. Again, that's going to be the weekend of June the 24th. So we'll be celebrating my 3-year anniversary for being on the air, hosting this show. Okay, so put all those dates on your calendar, and try not to schedule anything around those times if you want to be involved. We're looking for an awesome time. But do remember, they're going to let me know when the tickets are ready, and it's going to be, I think he said, bright event, something like. I don't get involved with the production part. I just do what I'm supposed to do. So when the tickets are ready, you'll be the first to know. So you can go and purchase your ticket, because space is limited. We're keeping the studio audience really small. And so once they give me the okay to release that the tickets are ready, you guys will be the first ones to be able to get your tickets. Okay. All right. So keep that in mind as well. All right. Let's see. Did she get the link? What did I say? Okay. I don't see it. Okay. We're going to keep going. Anyhow. So, see, that's for June. Also, don't forget Father's Day is in June. Mother's Day is in May. Now, listen, ladies, this is what I want to tell y'all. And I know some of y'all are not going to agree with this, but right is right, okay? So Mother's Day are for mothers. I have never seen a man, a gentleman, or a father take to social media and say, Happy Mother's Day to me because I had to be mother and father. I've never seen a gentleman do that, all right? So ladies, enjoy your day for Mother's Day. And then in June, let the gentleman have their day. I don't care if he wasn't around, not around, all around, wherever he was or was not, you will never be a father. I know some of you all like to say, well, I had to be mother and father. That's never going to be a fact. That may be how you feel, but it's never going to be a fact. And I'm not insensitive to how you feel. Trust me. However, that will never be a fact that you were both mother and father. You may have been a single parent, but you've never been mother and father. And like I said, I've never seen a gentleman come forth and say, hey, I had to be the dad and the mom, so happy Mother's Day to me. But when it's Father's Day, I've seen a lot of ladies, all across social media, saying, well, happy Father's Day to me because I had to be both mother and father. Like I said, that might be how you feel, but it will never be a fact. Okay. So let's be mindful of those things, ladies, during the month of May and then June. All right. All right. So I wanted to say that because I know a lot of times, we get afraid to say stuff because, everybody's getting canceled. Everybody doing this. I'm not that big right now to where I could, I just, say what it is. So, and when we do get that big, I will still say what it is. You'll never be a father. That will never be a fact. It'll be your feeling, but never your fact. So I wish we would stop saying that, and let the men just have their day, just let them have that. And so I wanted to put that out there as well. So guys, I don't know if our guest is going to make it, but let's talk about something. So lately, I've been looking at a lot of people talking about dating when they get older. Now, I don't know for sure what everybody's looking for, what their particular likes or dislikes, or, whatever. I just don't know. I don't claim to be, love specialist, love doctor, love guru, whatever people are calling themselves these days, a love expert and all that kind of stuff. You Dr. Love, but you single. Child, I can't make heads or tails out of it sometimes. But hey, if it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, try something different, But I've been seeing a lot of people now talking about relationships. And I think what bothers me the most about it, the people that talk the most about relationships are the ones not even looking to be in a relationship. And I've said this before on my show, and I'll say it again. You know, it troubles me that a lot of men uh, go after a female audience with their love advice because they know women eat up that kind of stuff. Well, certain types of women eat up that kind of stuff, but those same men, they either have one or two roles when it comes to having that many women at their disposal. Number one, they're either playing all of y'all, and one think you more special than the other because he got you doing this, he got you paying his bills, he got you sending money, this, that, and the third. Or he's not interested in any woman at all. He just knows that the female audience is a good hook, to bring people in. And again, when you get so many views and people under your belt and all of that, you can still make money. So, but most of those men, they're not interested in being in a relationship, not a monogamous one, and certainly some of them not with a woman. And you guys really need to start studying and looking a little bit more closely at some of the stuff, these bandwagons women jump on so easily when you don't even know where they're going. And so I wanted to talk about that a little bit because it troubles me when I see so many women being gullible and taken advantage of by so many men who are still single, not really looking for a relationship, or some of them are single and you don't know they're in relationships because you never see their partner, they never mention their partner, or they're in that type of they're after that type of audience because it's easy to get certain type of women as your audience, especially when you start talking about, oh, you deserve better and you don't have to lower your standards. And especially if they throw a little bit God in it here and there, oh, honey, they got y'all hook, line, and sinker. But I want you guys to be a little bit more wise and have a little bit more self-esteem and self-care so that you're not always taken in so easily by any Joe Blow that comes along singing the same old sad song, that I'm here for the woman, I'm here to protect the Black woman, this, that, and the third. No, you're taking advantage of these women in their weakness because a lot of them have been single so long, or some of them have gone through marriages and divorces and abuse, and some of them are just still broken, and it's easy to get women to latch on when you're singing songs that sound good to them. It's not until some of them get caught up with some of you that they are now, they're right back in that same familiar broken spot that you first met them in. And so I would ask that all of these male relationship specialists or whatever you call yourself lately, if you would let us see who you with. That's what I like to know. Let us see that what you say works. Let us see the woman that you captured by saying the things that you're saying to all these women. Let us see her. Let us hear her from her. And sometimes women, you don't even think to ask those kind of questions like, are you seeing somebody? Are you dating? Are you married? Well, why are you still single? You've been a relationship guru, a relationship whatever for 5 years, 10 years, and you still single. So how are we supposed to, believe that what you're saying actually works? I would ask those kind of questions. That's just me. I would say, well, let us see, does it work? Where's the woman that you capture with everything you're telling these women? That's what I would want to know. And then if they can't produce, that ought to tell you they're on some other kind of game. But unfortunately, not a lot of y'all think like that. Because if he looks halfway decent, he got a nice beard, oh, that's just a turn on, and like I said, don't let him sprinkle a little bit of God in there here and there, that he has a captive audience, and it's sad because behind the scene, they're never going to be with one woman in a serious monogamous relationship, and you think you're the one, you sitting up there watching the show with everybody else thinking, oh, that's good. He telling them he picked me, and somebody else sitting there watching thinking the same thing, because I promise you, you will never be the only one. You will never be the only one, because these type of people, their egos are too big. Their egos are too big. And I know some of my male friends might have something to say about this, but if the shoe don't fit you, then don't try to put it on. But if it does, put it on and wear it. So I just, it's a lot. It's a lot to see grown women running behind people who don't really have their best interest in mind, because you're so thirsty and hungry for someone to tell you what to do next, how to get out of the situation that you're in, until you forget about the fact that this person that's telling you all of that, they're not in a relationship. They're just from here to there. They're from person to person. They're not really trying to help you get involved with somebody. What they're trying to do is help you stay connected to them. And that's how come they tell you all the stuff that you like hearing. I've not seen one of them yet come forth and say, I'm not in a relationship, but it's because I, they'll attack other women, they'll attack other men, they'll do all of that stuff. They'll talk about how no good men are. They'll talk about how angry Black women are. They'll talk about a whole bunch of stuff other than getting to the real root of the matter, which is them, And so I just can't understand. And this is my thing. I want to see your credentials. What makes you an expert in what you're talking about? What makes you a relationship expert? Where your somebody say credentials? Where are your credentials? And women, y'all got to start asking for credentials. Stop just jumping on bandwagons. You don't know where they're going. You're going to wind up in the wild, wild west somewhere in a shootout with another woman, over this nutcase, because you just jump on anybody's bandwagon and you just go galloping out. You don't know where you're going, child. Ask for credentials. If he say he's a doctor of what, where are your credentials? You a love doctor, you're a specialist. Where are your credentials? Show us your credentials. And women, listen, stop being so gullible. Just because somebody sprinkle a little God in there, that's not always God talking. People can talk about God all day and don't even love God, don't even like God, don't want you to know nothing about God except for the fact that he do exist. And that's about all you're going to learn, that God does exist. You're not going to learn anything further than that from these people, because that's not what their intentions are. Their intentions are to get as many women as they can to follow them. And so behind the scene, they inboxing her, and you to get y'all to do stuff. And these men are not trying to get married. I mean, let's just face it. If you had a man that do stuff for you on Monday, different man on Tuesday, he did this. Okay, Monday's guy, he pays the rent or the mortgage. Tuesday's guy, he take care of your vehicles. Wednesday's guy, he makes sure you got groceries. Thursday guy, he just keep your pockets full of money. Friday guy, he makes sure you have a good time all the time. Then you got Saturday and Sunday. Then you got the weekend guys. And most of the time, if you think about it like that, why would you stop all of that and get married? Think about it. Why would you give up your freedom to have anybody you can, and they'll do whatever you want them to do for whatever exchange y'all make. That ain't my business. However y'all come up with your little business arrangement. I listen, child, that ain't my business, okay? I mind my business, okay? Uh, why would you give all that up just to be with one person who can't do half of those things for you? That's the way men think. Why would men give up all of that to be with one woman, and lose all his privileges and all the benefits of having all these other women attached to him? He's not going to do that. And if you think he's going to pick you, somebody else already thought he picked them. Trust me, it don't work like that. Do your research on people. Do some studying. Stop sitting there waiting for your notification bell to go off and start researching. Do some reading. Take some time and learn yourself. Fall in love with you first. Y'all just fall in love with Lottie Dottie and anybody, and these people, these relationship people are so unrelatable. I'm just telling y'all what it is. They're so unrelatable. I do not hold myself out as a relationship specialist. Okay, and just let me put that on the table. So for those of you that are thinking, oh, she's just trying to get people, I don't want you to call me. I don't want you to ask me what you should do, about your man. Should you stay with him? Should you, I don't know what you should do. Do what you've been doing. Because 9 times out of 10, if I say something to you all, you're not going to take my advice anyhow. But then a man will say something to you. He'll say the same thing, sprinkle a little God in there. I watch y'all. I just sit back and watch y'all. Ooh, man of God, you dead on it. You dead on it, man of God. That thing just hit my spirit. Girl, that wasn't your spirit, and that wasn't the Holy Spirit. Something hit you, but it wasn't holy. So, don't call me. I ain't got no answers for you. You want to stay with them, stay with them. You want to leave them, leave them. It ain't my business. I don't care. If you're not being beat on or hurt in any way, do what you've been doing. But if you have, get out of that and go get you some help. That's the best thing I could tell you, because like I said, one thing I found out about women, and us in particular, we don't like nobody telling us what to do. That you have become so inundated. You're just so fascinated. You just swoon. Oh my God. You just taken over by this man who calls himself out as a relationship specialist. He sprinkles a little God in there. And we call everybody man of God. Everybody woman of God. That's not my name. My name is Benita. You want to talk to me? You want to call me on the phone? You want to take me out on a date? Do not be in my inbox talking about grand rising woman of God. That will not get you a date with me, period. It won't even get you a reply, because that don't do anything for me. I'm too grown. I'll be 55 years old this year in August. And listen, child, that don't work with me. Do I look like a can of biscuits? No, I do not. Check my page, okay? I don't look like no can of biscuits, so don't be grand rising me, okay? Thank y'all so much. Y'all so sweet. But listen, stop listening to everybody. Stop. That's why y'all be heartbroken. Y'all never met these people in person. Y'all don't fell in love with an image of a person. Y'all don't know if these people in their house, in their woman house, in a what you call those house, a transitional house. You don't know where these people come and lie to you from. And you just all over. Ooh, man of God. Ooh, man of God. You just said a word. You said a word. Girl, come on. Stop being so gullible. Anybody can tell you anything. And like I said, sprinkle a little bit of God in there. And boom, you think you're actually hearing from the heavens. I don't know. Some of y'all act like y'all just hear violins and then the heaven just open up and God just shines this light down on y'all. I sit back and I watch y'all comments and stuff, and I just be like, Lord, help me. Oh God, help them. And I can tell which one of y'all he's gonna go after the most, because y'all look like easy targets. And let me tell you something. When a man sees that you are easy target, he sharpens his eyes right on you. You're his focus, and what'll happen, you'll start getting more attention than you think than the other women. But you don't know what he's saying to somebody else in their inbox. Let me tell you about a situation. I ain't gonna call no names because I know y'all probably watching. All right. So, real situation. This man had women literally fighting over him. None of the women had ever seen this man in person. He had a little look about himself. He wore clothes, nice clothes, always dressed. Could kill a suit. Do you hear me? I mean, could just kill the whole game. He shuts the suit game down. Am I clear? All right. Had these women arguing, fussing over him, all this. Now, he don't promise to marry Susan, Willina, Kathy, and Sherry May. Ain't none of them seen the man in person. All right? And he promised to marry them. Well, they fell in love with an image of this man. And so when he said he was going to marry them, okay. Me, I asked the question. So how long you been knowing him? Oh, I met him, on social media. Oh, on dating app somewhere where y'all met. Well, I'm trying to change the words. Y'all know how the TV shows be like based on actual events, but some of the names have been dramatized to protect the actual characters. That's what I'm trying to do here. Okay. So I'm trying to change it just a little bit. But this is a true story now. It's true. I'm just trying to dramatize it a little bit so it won't be so obvious, to the hearers. Okay. All right. So these women fell in love with the image of this man because none of them ever met him in person. Well, while they were falling in love with him, he was trying to fall in love with somebody else. So what he would do, every time he would be in an inbox conversation with one of the women that he had been talking to, he would FaceTime with the woman that he was after and show her how these women was really just throwing themselves at him. So he did that to prove that he could be trusted. Now, keep in mind, these women didn't know each other either. But they ready to, saying all kind of slick stuff out the mouth about each other. They arguing in each other's inbox. It was just crazy. It was crazy. And the one that the man was actually after, let me see how I could say this. She wasn't studying him. That's the best way I could tell you that. She wasn't studying him. So what happened was one of the women that he said, he had been talking to, called the lady. And the conversation was like, well, I'm calling you woman to woman. Girl, if you don't get off my phone with this foolishness. So I'm thinking you punking me, you pranking me, because it's funny to me. Oh, I wasn't supposed to tell y'all that with me. Anyhow, so I'm thinking, you pranking me. Surely you not calling me about a man. But I just want to talk to you woman to woman. Okay, well, go ahead, honey. I'm listening. Well, it seems you get a lot of his attention, and we're discussing marriage, and I'm just like, listen, honey, you call the wrong person. Don't call me no more with this. Now you can call me about some other stuff, but this right here, don't ever. When I say ever, I mean ever. In this life or in the next life, if you come back as a bird, don't call me. If you come back as a telephone operator, don't call me. I don't care about any of that. Don't ever call me about a man. Period. She was so upset. Have you ever seen this man in person? No. How long y'all been talking? A few weeks. Have you ever met him within his family? No. Have you ever talked to anybody that knows him? No. But you calling me woman to woman about this man? Yes. Girl, you crazy. You are totally out there, like in space somewhere. Just out there. Over somebody you've never met. So you're going to lose someone who could have been a friend to you over somebody that you ain't never met. And then you keep talking until I have to show you. Girl, you ain't the only one. When he inboxing you, you be like, are you still there? Are you still there? He talking to 3 or 4 other women at the same time. He got multiple conversations going on. How would you know that? Because he's showing it to me. And he just feeding whatever y'all say. He just feed into it. He feed into it a little bit, just enough to keep you interested, but not enough to make it seem like he's interested in you. And you might say something like, I can't wait to see you. He'll put a smiley face with a heart or something. Oh, girl, look what he said. He didn't say nothing. He using emojis. So when you go to screenshot and stuff, you ain't really got nothing on him, but he got a whole lot on you. A whole lot. So ladies, stop being so gullible to these relationship people and relationship doctors and all these. Everybody a doctor now. Lord have mercy. When I say everybody, I won't be surprised if my 12-year-old came home from school tomorrow and told me now she's a doctor. I mean, because everybody's a doctor these days. But nobody wants to show us any credentials. You know, and women, I'm sorry to be hard on y'all, but we are. Sometimes we can be so gullible, and that's why we're such a target. We're such a target. You know, because somebody like me, I'm going to show up where you at because I want to see where you live in. I want to see how you live. I want to see if there's anything to you or you just a bunch of talk, you know. And then I'm going to make my decision whether or not I want to deal with you any further. Even as a friend, you know, I'm still going to make that decision based on what I find because I'm going to do research. And I think that's the problem with a lot of women. You don't want to do the hard work. You don't want to do the research. You don't want to work on yourselves. You want somebody to tell you, God said the man coming in 3 days. Woo, man of God. Oh, I received it. I watch y'all on these videos, honey, on these lives. You know, I just be watching y'all and shaking my head. Ooh, man of God. Ooh, man of God. Say that again. God just showed me that. God showed me the same thing. Well, if he showed you the same thing, and if God already showed you this was going to happen for you, why are you following these men, these single men, telling you how to get a husband when they don't even have a wife, telling you how to be a woman when they are supposed to be a man? I'm trying to figure out why y'all are following these people. And then if God already told you something, why you got to keep hearing the same thing over and over? It wasn't good enough the first time God told you. I'm just asking questions. Because I just want to know. So I this stuff been on my chest for a while. I'm saying with my chest today. It just been like, I don't know. And then y'all get mixed up with these Johnny come latelys, and then first thing y'all say, oh, ain't no good men left. Black man ain't ish. Black man this. Black man that. They don't know how to treat their women. They know how to treat their women. They just don't, you don't like the way they treat you. Because you're not in the number, honey. You're part of the audience. You're not on the stage with him. You're not in the green room with him. You don't have an all access pass to him. You're part of the audience. And as a part of the audience, you don't like the fact that everybody gets the same greeting. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning, beautiful. I watch these dudes. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning, beautiful. Listen, I got a name. Although my name does mean beautiful, that's not my name. When you can address me by my name, that's when I know your intentions towards me. But if you don't never want to address me by my name, this is what I learned. True story, y'all. True story. Another true story. Guy inboxed me. Oh, you're so beautiful. I would love to take you out. All right. He would never use my name. It was always good morning, beautiful. Good afternoon, beautiful. Good evening, beautiful. Good afternoon, beautiful queen. Good evening, black, beautiful queen. Child, don't you see my name on my profile? Use my name. I'm too old for y'all play too much. And so I said, well, Benita is fine, or Miss Bradley. So he said, well, what if I called you beautiful queen? Okay, so now you finna get blocked. No, I don't want to be called beautiful queen. When you are addressing me, let me know you're talking to me and me only. You can call anybody beautiful queen. Those are random. People like, oh, you shouldn't be like that. What's wrong with being called a beautiful black queen? That's not my name. That's what's wrong with it. It's not my name. So I said, well, no, Benita would be fine. Why? That's my name. Comes back a third time. Well, what if I just call you princess? Okay, see, now you really rubbing me the wrong way. I said, listen, how did you go from queen to princess? That's a demotion. I said, no, I'm not a princess. My name is Benita. That was the end of that conversation. He didn't like the fact that I told him I only answer to my name. If you're trying to get to know me, you don't have to come with, thus said the Lord, woman of God, the Lord told me to take thee to lunch. Come on, that's too much for me. That's too much. Much as I love God, honey, I've been saved a long time. Saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost, that with a mighty burning fire. I got a mind to live on until the end. All that kind of stuff. That does nothing for me. So if you're trying to ask me out on a date, come correct. Show you have some manners, show that you've been raised correctly. You got some kind of home training, and women, some of y'all just, oh, girl, he called me a beautiful queen. Girl, he called everybody that. He don't know none of y'all names. That way, if he talking to her, he won't make a mistake and call her by your name. Because all y'all got the same name. All y'all. Every last one of y'all got the same name. Because you don't demand any more from a person than what they give you. And so when you do that, not only do you limit yourself, you limit your options. So why do I always attract this kind of man? Why is this kind of man attracted to me? Well, sometimes because we as women don't like to do the hard work. You know what the hardest job is when you're getting ready to be in a relationship is take an introspection. A lot of us don't want to do the work. We don't want to look inside of ourselves. We don't want to fix what's wrong with us. We don't want to go to therapy. We don't want to go to counseling. We don't want nobody to tell us what to do. Black women, are y'all listening to me? We don't want nobody to tell us what to do, especially another black woman. That's how come y'all keep getting tripped up, trapped up, tied up, tangled up with these people who don't mean you any good. And then, like I said earlier, the first thing you do is holler, oh, black man ain't ish, black man ain't this, black man ain't that. Well, what kind of black men are you interacting with? This is what you got to understand. If you keep interacting with the same type person, hello, you're going to get the same results from a different person, but it's the same mentality, you know. But when you fix you, you don't need nobody to come tell you what's wrong with you. I watch y'all. Well, can you tell me, did God speak to you about me? Did God tell you, you know, I've been trying, but it just ain't happening. What do you think I need to fix? And then he tells you something just off the top of his head. So what he does, while y'all on die, he go through, look at your profile real quick. And if you look halfway decent, he starts inboxing you. I'm telling y'all, it's all a game. And y'all are nothing but pawns on the game board. I know it's hard to hear the truth, but that's all I got for you. It's true. And the moment you all stop being so gullible and start listening to people with your best interests at heart, it don't have to be me, because like I said, I'm not a relationship specialist. I don't want to be a relationship specialist, because the stuff y'all do to me is dumb. It's just dumb. You know, and y'all don't listen to y'all ain't gonna listen to me. So I sit back and watch y'all listen to them, listen to a bunch of single men who ain't trying to be in a monogamous relationship, who ain't trying to get married, who probably don't even like women like that, you know. But y'all listen to them, especially those that sprinkle a little God in it. You say, well, how you know? Because I watch. And men talk to me. I know the game because I get invited to the tables where they play the games at. And they know this is what I talk about. They know what I'm about. And then I come and try to help some of you not get trapped up. But then y'all be in my inbox like I'm the hater. Oh, she just trying to get attention. Where her man at? Girl, we don't even have those kind of discussions on these social media lines. We do not do that. You know, I try to tell y'all how to get options, how to exercise your options. You don't listen to that, so you're going to always be stuck with one kind of man. I want a man with 6 figures. What you going to do with the man money? You don't cook. You don't clean up. You don't keep yourself together. But you always wanting. And be the first one to holler, oh, I ain't finna do all that. First thing y'all tell me, oh, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. You do that. Okay. But when you decide in your mind what you want, the first thing you need to start doing, because this is what I do, I start searching inside me. What's my motive for wanting this type of man? What's my motive for wanting whatever is on my list? You know, everybody has a list. Men and women have a list. You know, whatever's on my list, what's my motivation behind what's on my list? You know, hold on, guys. This is our guest calling in. Hello? Oh. Okay, well, it might be the weather, because I've sent it to every email that you gave me. I'm actually live right now online. I'm live now. Would you like to would you like for me to put you on speaker so you can tell the people that you didn't just stand them up? Okay, hold on. Let me try that. Hold on. So, guys, this is our guest. She's in the middle of a hailstorm in her area. So while I try something else, she's going to talk to you guys. All right, you're on, Jan.
Hello, God bless you, everyone. I am trying to get there. This is Jan Rayleigh, not your average preacher. And we're trying to connect, and there's nobody mad but the enemy on today. So we're going to try another route so that we can see each other. So God bless each and every one from wherever you are tuning in. I love you much, and God loves you more. So let's see how we can get this thing together.
All right. Thank you so much, Jan. Hold on. Let me see if we can do this. If it'll let me send the link to your inbox, and then if it'll let you get in for a few minutes. Let's see.
I've checked spam and everywhere. This is
okay. Let's see. Hold on, everybody. Let's try to send it to your inbox. See if it'll let you get on from there. Okay, let's see. Okay, I just sent it to your inbox. See if it'll let you log in from there.
I just got that. Let's try this.
Okay. Okay, guys, she's gonna try to come on in for a few minutes. I know we're gonna have to do another part to this, but I do at least want her to get a chance to come on and say hello to everybody, and then I'll bring her back to finish up, do this part 2 for our entire show. Is it letting you log in? Okay, I took you off speaker so you could just talk to me while you're trying to get in. No, I don't see you in my studio. Okay, I see you now. Okay. All right. All right, guys, she's here. I'm going to add her, and we're only going to be on for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to bring her back so we can do the entire show, part 2 of the entire show, but I'm going to add her in now. Hey! Okay, I'm going to hang up. Are you on your phone?
Yes. I can't get the internet to my computer.
Okay. I'm going to hang up the phone. And I hope I don't cut you off. Let me hang up now. Okay, we still here. Say something.
Hello.
Okay, you come. We can hear you.
Okay, I can't hear you now. Okay, let me try this.
Okay. And Instagram, if you would focus on, this is your monitor right here, Instagram. All right, this is your monitor. All right.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. You trying to make me turn to my old wicked ways and get a shot of vodka. Lord Jesus. I've been delivered from vodka for a minute now. You trying to make me get a shot of vodka.
So listen, just introduce yourself and tell the people a little bit about you. We're gonna have to redo this one because um I have to feed my grand. I got my grandbaby and one of my grandnieces is here from Orlando, so I got to feed them in a little while. But in the meantime, I do want you to tell the people who you are and tell them what's happening because you know a lot of times people are like, "Ooh, her guest didn't even show up." You know how people are. You know, so
Running their mouth. Yeah. All up in everything but a hearse, just all in a bottle of mustard and can't catch up. I know all of those things, So that and don't get me started. I'm just coming on. I want the people to, I'm sweetly saved. I just
uh,
have a slight limp. I have a slight limp, but I'm sweetly saved.
right.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jan Rayleigh. I'm from the lovely city of Lubbock, Texas. However, it's not so lovely right now. We're having a hailstorm.
Hmm.
However, God is still good. I am not your average preacher.
Hmm.
If you saw the first broadcast, you noticed that I had my costume, all ready to wear. We was coming to you from the Cayman Islands on today, but we decided we didn't have time for that with the technical difficulties. However, so you just get the pure and living color Jan,
Right.
So we're not coming from the Cayman Islands. We're
Right.
coming from my living room right now. So I would have preferred to come from the Cayman Islands.
Right.
I had on my bathing suit. It wasn't a bikini,
Oh Lord.
Benita, but I had on my bathing suit because see we have to embrace ourselves and embrace
Right.
our bodies as women of God. So
Right.
I had on a bathing suit and I had on a covering and I was gonna show y'all on today. But God does all things for his good. So I guess he didn't want me to tempt some of these single men on here. Now y'all
Right.
know that I told y'all last week that I didn't want to get married. So
Joe
he didn't
did.
want me to tip, and he didn't want y'all all up in my DM because I screenshot people, and I tell. So
Look, that's
that's
what I've
he
been
was
talking
saying,
about. That's what I've been talking about. I've been talking about for the last hour waiting on you. I've been talking about how it's so many relationship gurus and they're all men and they cater mostly to an all female audience. And I was talking about how women are so gullible because all most of them men do it. They sprinkle a little God in there. Woo, man of God, that thing just hit my spirit. That's what I've been
right.
talking about.
Wow, and that's so ironic we say that. So that's a confirmation in the spirit. Man, do not let a guest minister come to church.
Right.
Man, you can't even get in the prayer line for all the women up in there, and it's they be doing too much. They
They do
do
too
too
much.
much. They do
And
too
look,
much.
you've been told them the same exact thing. They ain't gonna listen to you to another woman. But let a man come by and say the same thing. They don't know him,
Right.
and they done heard from
And
God now.
they heard it's straight from the throne room because he said it. Now we got a straight connection with God. We
Yep.
hear from God real clear.
Yep.
Now Bozo the clown over there, he ain't hearing from God, but then you go listen to him. Child, bye. I am not your average preacher. And the folks like that, the sister I tell you, you know what, baby? Sweetheart, sugar, don't waste my time because you're not going to listen to me anyway. So
Exactly.
I may need that breath on my last bed.
Yep.
On my bed, I may need that breath. So I'm not wasting it on you because you're not going to listen anyhow.
Right.
You going to get off from me talking to you for an hour, and then
Mm-hmm.
you going to call up the man or the guest preacher or whoever and get another word.
Yep.
You don't want a true word from God. What you want is attention.
Yep. Yep. And they got just the right people. Hold on, let's see. Oh, Instagram, y'all got to be logged out. Let me bring Instagram back. And like I was saying earlier, you're right. They're not gonna listen. And
They
I
won't.
told them there's an echo. Let's see. Do you hear an echo?
I don't. Is it coming from me?
Uh, I think so because it just started. But no worries, no worries. We're gonna be on about 10 more minutes, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna.
I really want to apologize to you, audience. I trust me and believe me, Benita can tell you this. I am a woman of integrity. If I give my word, I have been doing everything, and I'm almost in a panic state
Yeah,
trying to get on here. So please, please forgive me. Please forgive me. I would have really made it worth your while. You thought part one was good. Baby, we was coming from the Cayman Islands. Bathing suit and all. I was gonna bring it this Sunday. I was gonna really bring it. I had a word. I'm not gonna say it was from the throne room, but I had a word for you. Especially for some of you sisters, not the brothers. I would have got y'all another time, but I had a word for some of you sisters. Yeah, I
uh-huh.
did, especially the thirsty ones. Thirsty. And I don't mean for living water. Thirsty. We y'all ain't thirsty for the living water, but y'all thirsty.
Look, gonna get some in that cup they can't get out their system.
Baby, you talking about them soul ties. Man, we talking about Slurpees, 7-Eleven,
Wait, what?
big
Slurpees?
gulps, Slurpees, big gulps, Sonic drinks. Y'all better stop being so thirsty. God is not pleased.
He is not. He is not. And like I told them, Jan, they don't ask the man, well, if all this works, where's the woman in your life? Where are your credentials? How did you become a love doctor or a relationship specialist? I said, what are your credentials? What
Right,
y'all don't ask for
exactly.
credentials?
Nothing. He a
Nothing.
man. That's his credentials. He's a man. They don't require no credentials. He blind, crippled, no legs, no arms, but he a man, and that's his credentials. Oh, he a man of God. Let's not
Right,
forget that. He's a
right.
man of God.
Man of God.
Man of God.
MAND. Where did that D
Man,
part come from? I wonder.
man of God. That's don't get me started with that. Now, I'm trying to behave. I'm coming in on the end. Let them at least, see the preacher part, not your average part. I am so sorry. I missed most of the broadcast. I was going to be on my best. No, I wasn't. Lord forgive me. No, I wasn't. I was getting
No,
ready to
you
say I
weren't.
was
No.
going to be on my. No, I wasn't. The Lord just did me like that. He said, "Stop it, Jan. Stop it." I was getting ready to say I was going to be on my best behavior. God just did me like that. Really, He did, and said, "No, you wasn't." So I was going to cut up today. I really was. I had the whole play played out from the Cayman Islands. The whole service.
uh,
And it's ironic you talked about the women. And I was going to talk about it because I'm a woman and I
right.
understand. And some of us need help.
Yeah.
We need help.
Yeah.
And instead of being in competition, we trying to complete each other and we trying to help you because we
Yep.
see you making a fool out yourself. We see
Sit
you
back.
so thirsty. We
I
see
sit
it.
back and just
And you
watch.
think you think we hating you. Baby, we not hating you. We trying to help you. We not hating. And unfortunately, among, and I'm gonna say it, the Christian
Yep.
women of God, I find that so much.
Yep.
And sometimes they worse than Housewives of Atlanta.
Yep.
This, and it's back and forth and bickering and talking, and it's not all of them. It's not
Mm-hmm.
all of them, but it's a lot, and it's
It's
too
a lot.
much. It's too
Mm-hmm.
much. And especially when we represent ourselves and our representation of Jesus and his unconditional love, it just should not be happening. I've literally seen some people fighting in church over men that were
Right.
married.
Right. So
You
either he
know,
with both of y'all, or he ain't really with neither one of y'all, but y'all still gonna fight over him.
he with both of them and his boyfriend. You got the wrong preacher on here
Wait,
today.
wait, wait! You just can't throw that out there on my show and just keep trying to talk. Wait, what you saying
I say he with his wife, then he got a girlfriend,
now?
then his adjutant is his boyfriend. Giving him back massages and wiping his face. Let his wife do that. The
Right,
the usher, somebody, the man
right.
running up there, you wiping his face and giving him. You doing too. You making me suspect. Now, when they start having the adjutants, massaging the men's feet and stuff, you running his bath water with Calgon and all that. They doing too much. I don't even have a husband running me no bath water with Calgon. Do they still make Calgon?
Yes, because I got some. Trust me, I got it in my bathroom. I got a storage of it in my garage. I
Stop,
got
stop,
it.
stop. Don't start on you. Don't start on you. I'm going to leave you alone because you already know I'm hating on you. You
Oh,
make
you
it
got
bad
me
for
good
us.
last time.
Y'all, you
You
know what she
you got
did
me good last time.
after the last show? She had the audacity to have fresh vegetables that she canned. The kind like our grandmothers used to do in mason jars. Man, it was nothing. The blood kept me from just, all I could do was laugh. She does too much. And so if I wanted a man, if I'm just out the league. I'm out the league. Between the fresh mason jars and the knee top boots, and the different I'm out the league. So I don't even try no more. So I just go to the Cayman Islands, Jamaica, and they gotta just see me for me. That's just it.
Girl, you wow.
I love you, Benita. I love you, man.
Oh, Lord have
I
mercy.
love your transparency. You did a post, and I know your show has been going on, but I just want to acknowledge this. You did a post
Uh-huh.
about how when women, mature women, not little
Right,
girls, mature women, our age, we basically know what we want.
right.
However, we are not looking for a husband. We're waiting to be found, but
Hmm.
we do know what we want.
Right,
Now, in the meantime, while we're waiting, that don't mean we got to take the first thing come along because he
right.
say, we our good thing. Well, you
Yep.
might not be a good thing to me.
Right.
You understand? So that
Hmm.
there is a criteria.
Hmm.
Nobody not all desperate. We can take the first thing coming.
Nope. Nope.
And so I really enjoyed that post that you said, and the part you're just so real. You remind me of you, even down to sex. At this point in our life, of course, it's enjoyable and all of that. But if that's all you bringing to the table, baby,
Man, go
bye.
ahead. Exactly. Go ahead on with that.
That's for those teenagers. That's the first
Yeah.
thing on your mind. What you took me to dinner, now you expecting to come back to my house and have sex. That happened back in
Girl, wait.
1985.
How much you spent on the dinner though?
And then these jokers want to take you to not IHOP, what's the seafood place?
Red Lobster.
Golden Red Lobster. Girl, if they take you to Red Lobster, you giving up something, and it ain't the Holy Ghost. You giving them something. It ain't the Holy Ghost they want. It's not the
And
Holy Ghost.
the sad part is a woman not thinking. So if he spends $60 on you, let's just say $60 max.
Right.
That's all your body worth.
Exactly. I take my own self to eat sometime, Benita, and spend more than that and
Right.
enjoy myself. So
Right.
if I'm worth that and more, I went
Right.
to Dallas last year and they
Mm-hmm.
had these lobsters and I had never been transparent. You know, I've always let them just bring the lobster to me. Well, they had the lobsters in the tank you could pick out. I forget the size of the lobster, but the lobster was $185. And I
Mm-hmm.
thought, they done lost their mind. And
Mm-hmm.
then the thought came to me, and the Spirit of the Lord said, well, if I blessed you and you have it, aren't you worth it? And
Mm.
I think it was a 6 pound lobster, something like that. I couldn't even eat the whole. I've never in my life seen a lobster that big.
Right.
So if I think I'm worth a 6 pound lobster, I'm not gonna let you take me to Burger King for a 2 for $5 a meal. Where they do that at?
And you think that's a trip back to my place? No.
You first of all, you're not even coming to my place. I'm not even gonna let you know where I live. And don't call me through Messenger. Because if you were important enough, you would have my phone number. That
That
burned me
part.
up. When men be calling me through Messenger, I'd be like, have they lost their mind? I mean, just that already crossed you off the list because
Oh yeah. That's horrible.
you calling me through Messenger. So you desperate?
And then video call. What about the ones that try to video call you through Messenger? Like,
You know,
you think I'm gonna answer that?
sometimes the enemy be in me. I gotta tell you, I want to answer it, and I just want to turn around to the camera and show them something that they haven't seen, that they mama. I'm telling you something. That be that lip. That be that lip. You ain't gonna see my face to say who it is, but sometimes I be wanting to just don't call me through video. I'm gonna answer it. But see,
Right.
I sometimes I want to shock them, and I want to show them some stuff that is not of God, and you know they're not gonna know it's me if I gotta Google a picture of a big behind and put it up on the camera like this. Now run and tell that I'm not your average preacher.
Oh Lord, that's funny. And you know what? The funny part is that's gonna make them call you again.
You right about that? I'll never
They
be
gonna
able
keep
to
calling you.
get
You
rid
do
of.
that.
I'll never be able to get rid of them. Man, I
You
love
sure
this
won't.
show. I love this show, and it just needs to be more like it. I'd be glad when you start your classes and teaching us how to do what you do, man. Look at all them degrees and certificates behind her. She the real deal Holyfield. You know how they
Yeah.
be having them make between doctorates, from
Wait, let me spin around. See,
1995.
can I show y'all the rest? Let me see.
Look how proud I'm proud of my sister. I'm proud of her. Look at that. And y'all, she ain't buy them, she earned them.
Right. Tell them again.
She didn't buy them for $9.99 off the degree meal. She earned them.
Let me see. Can I spin y'all around this way a little bit? Let's see.
Wow. That's amazing. To God be the glory. Can you fit me in for a session? I need some counseling. I need some counseling not to learn how to shut my mouth. I
Look,
need some counseling.
I used to get teased by grown women. That's why I call them mean girls in the church club. Because they grown, but they still the mean girls that we had to put up with in high school.
Yes.
And So I used to, I was married to a preacher 20 years or whatever. And so I learned, and I know women gonna say, "Oh, we liberated from that mindset, whatever." So, but when men were talking, you know how everybody want to talk to the preacher after church, whatever. Um,
Absolutely.
so I just learned to sit there, like,
Right, right.
even in
This
my
mother.
mind, I'm like, "Dang, I'm hungry. I wish she come on." I would never
Yes,
say it, just kind of sit there.
right.
All right, baby. I'll see you next week. All right.
Uh-huh.
Bye bye,
Hmm.
love. God bless you. I love you too.
Right.
Just sit there. But in my mind, I'd be like, oh. But
Well,
we were trained that way. If you were going to be married to a man of God,
right,
you had to learn how to, and I hate to say it this way, play your part.
right. Be your
And see,
part.
it's
You know,
it's a lot of these women, they want to be married to these preachers and stuff, but they don't know half the behind the scene warfare that goes on.
that goes along with it.
Yeah.
They have no idea. And see, you have some women of God like me. You know, I'm sitting there and I'm waiting, and just a hypothesis. My husband is the pastor, and y'all talking too long, and I keep on giving you the side eye. Okay, it's time to go, honey. You keep calling my house. May I speak to Pastor? Pastor busy, baby. What can I help you with? God bless you. I need Pastor to pray for me. Pastor prayed for you last Sunday. That lasts you till next Sunday. He'll see you next Sunday. I need No, baby, Pastor not gonna take you home. Mother, can you come and take Sister Johnson home? Pastor
Right.
not gonna be taking you home by yourself. Cause see, it ain't that I don't trust Pastor. I don't trust you.
That part. None of you.
Man, they be chasing Pastor all around the house. He trying to stay safe and get away from you because he's scared of me. And y'all chasing him and stuff. Girl, no. No. That's why I'm single, Beneath. That's why I'm single. I got a limp. I'm sweetly saved. I operate in all the gifts. I'm very prophetic, but I got a limp. A limp.
I think you'll do just fine. I think I think you're more balanced than what you think you are. So I think you'll do just fine.
Yeah.
It has to be somebody strong enough to handle your personality, you know, because, and then he have to have that you know how you have conversations with your children when you get ready to go shopping. Now look, when we get in this store, don't go ahead and
Eh,
picking up stuff and run around in these people's store. And don't be asking me to buy this, and this. I got my list. We're gonna get what we came in here to get, and we're gonna leave.
right.
That's the kind of conversation I see you having before each service. Now look, honey, I know you the pastor. We're gonna go to that church and you're gonna preach. And we're gonna go home.
Please govern yourself accordingly because you got to come home with me, honey. You got to sleep in the bed with me, honey.
And here come Miss Lucy Goosey. Hi, Pastor. Like, girl.
Baby, go somewhere. But see, God knows all things, and when that time does come, in all seriousness, it'll be a man that uh because I'm an eagle.
Uh-huh.
And so I need a man that is able to catch me.
Right.
So that means an eaglet. Is that what is a female eagle?
The eagle.
I don't.
Don't get me to
we
line on
we
my show. Eagle. Mrs.
you know
Eagle.
Mrs. Eagle. So I need a Mr. Eagle. So if he's flying above me, or we're flying together. But
Mhm.
should a storm come and I go a little further, I need him to be able to swoop under and catch me.
Watch
I
yourself,
shouldn't
child.
have no fear that I'm going to fall because I know without a doubt that the eagle got me.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know without a doubt that he can pray me through anything that I'm going through. I
Yeah.
know without a doubt I don't have to go up in the prayer line. I got a man of God at home.
That
You
part.
should be praying and vice versa. When I'm
Hmm.
asleep, I should be praying and covering him and vice versa.
Hmm.
That's the kind of relationship that's a godly relationship.
Now let me
I
ask you a
don't
quick
have to.
question.
Yes,
Let me ask you
ma'am.
this. So when you say man of God, let me ask you this. Does that always have to mean a preacher?
Now, absolutely not. Because that's the misconception. Folks be looking for preachers. You better run away from some of them preachers. Child, when they say preacher, no, okay, goodbye.
Right.
No, no, no. It's
Look, I
a
know
certain.
y'all.
I, we know y'all. Like we know PK kids. I was a PK kid.
Yep.
So no, not necessarily. When we say a man of God, we just mean a man after God's own heart.
Right.
So
Right.
he does not have to be a preacher, but he's a minister. And what I
Okay.
mean by that is he ministers. He ministers the word of God. He shows the light of God in him. God is his head, and he is the head of his house.
Right.
So he has to be a strong man,
Hmm.
especially one to deal with me. So God got to send me a Superman.
Yeah.
he,
Yeah.
he,
Not no Clark Kent.
he can't send me Pee Wee Herman. No, can't send me Pee Wee Herman, Gomer Pyle, none of them. No,
None of
baby,
them.
he can't send it to me. He can't send it to me. I was I was going to ask you one thing, and I know you said again, y'all have been on here a while.
Hmm.
Do you think it's okay for children? Because I started ministering so early,
Uh-huh.
and I kept thinking about that in my spirit after the broadcast was over. And I wanted to say to your viewers, even though you may notice a call of God on your children's lives,
Hmm.
give them time to develop mentally
Yes.
and nourish them spiritually.
Hmm.
Because what you're doing is you're putting them out there in an atmosphere where they are not emotionally able to handle. Because
Yeah.
there's a lot, and if we are being transparent with each other, we know there's a lot that go on in the gospel arena among preachers, bishops, apostles, chief apostles, bishops, and all the rest of them.
Yep.
Archbishops,
Yep.
when they're away from the congregation and among themselves. And
Yep.
then you have a 12, 13, 14-year old that's right there in the midst of that.
Yep.
They hear so much, they hear too much, they know too much.
Yep.
And so that's a word that I would like to leave, even though they are gifted,
Yeah.
and you know that the call of God is on their life, give them other areas to minister in
Yeah.
and allow them to use their gifts and talents
Yeah.
without giving them a title. Okay, we go. You a prophet. You an apostle, because that's a lot of weight and warfare that comes
Yep.
along with those titles.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it draws demons to you. People and women attractive and men too. They
Yeah.
attracted to those titles.
Yeah.
So they come after you, baby. They
Yep.
come after you. They come after you. So that's one thing I wanted to say, and if not, just leave with you. If you have a youngster, a child that you see and you know that the call of God is on their life, I'm not saying don't allow them to minister,
Hmm.
um, to even be mentors for some of the other younger people,
Hmm.
but you have to keep that age appropriate,
Yeah. Yeah.
because everybody is not on the same mindset or on the spiritual walk that you are, and you can't trust some of your kids, and that's what
Hmm.
they are, to travel to some of these conferences and overseas and these mission trips with some of these elder people that have been in the ministry for years, because
Yep.
they're only showing you one side of them,
Hmm.
where you've sent your child with them, and they're gonna see another whole side,
You're
and
gonna get
could
turned
be
out.
I was getting ready to say, exposed to some things that they are too ashamed to tell you about, and
Mm-hmm.
you won't know until years later.
Mm-hmm.
I know preachers today that got turned out at young age because they were gifted, anointed, could preach, and they sent them away, with this pastor and that pastor, and they turned them out, male and female.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you just have to be careful. At one time, it was just, the girls that we had to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, now it's the boys too,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really, really sad. It's sad.
It's
It's sad.
special to them because, like you said, most of them are their adjutants, and you know, it's some stories.
It's a lot.
So when you home, who take your drawers off you when you home?
Yeah, and some of their adjutants.
Girl, you supposed to say they take them off themselves.
Oops, you told me to be real. Their adjutants, their assistants.
So if you take your underwear off yourself at home, how come when you get on the road, you need somebody to take your underwear off and put them on for you?
Let me tell you what Sarita Jake said. She said, I picked the bishops, people who gonna be around him. She said because she don't need nobody peeping all in the showers when he in there, snapping pictures,
Yep.
trying to get paid for it and all of that. And it's so unfortunate. Should we fall, because we're not perfect,
Right.
should we fall, that you don't have people around you that's gonna hold you up. They gonna use that as a scandal, baby. That's a
Oh yeah.
scandal.
Oh
That's a
yeah.
scandal. May Eddie Long, Bishop, may he rest in peace. I don't know what happened, but the way they just they carried that down to the man's death. But
Yep.
what the part I look at is how many lives he transformed, how many people he brought to Christ. I don't care how he was posing sexy in the mirror. Did you see him naked? Did you see him in the bed with a man? I don't care about all that kind of stuff. I
Right.
really don't. You
Right.
know, if you can't show me, and I don't even believe pictures now, because they be doing photo stuff with
Oh yeah.
pictures.
Oh yeah.
If I didn't walk in the room and catch you and say the blood, I don't believe you. I don't believe you, because people lie too much. They lie,
Right.
especially church women. They lie most. They lie the
Them
most.
they
They lie
lie
the
the
most.
most. They lie the most. That's who lie the most. That's why I don't fool up with too many of them because they lie too much. Let me tell you something. I ain't explaining nothing to nobody.
Right.
If you seen the video, it was me. What I'm say to you, it wasn't me. I'm not explaining nothing. If anything
Right.
ever get out, if I, like you said, if I fall and I do this or whatever, somebody got pictures, a video, whatever, I'm not, y'all, they talk too much. I'm not explaining nothing. And I think when they try to go back and fix it, it does more harm than
Exactly.
good. Because then you go,
Exactly.
oh, that one me. Then the person you was with, they feel slighted. So then they gonna come out with some more evidence to show us, oh, it was you. Oh, you trying to act like you wasn't with me. So
What?
if
Right.
I ever get caught in the scandal, I ain't explaining nothing to nobody.
That's that's why I put all my good, bad, and ugly out on Facebook.
Yep.
I put it all out there, and it went viral because I
Mm-hmm.
guess first of all the people were shocked that I said all that I said. you know,
You
but
do have that shock factor when you say stuff.
and I mean from here to here, and I left nothing out. And but what that did, not only did it free me from the chain of bondage, but it freed thousands and thousands and thousands of other people. So you can't come and say nothing about me. No, they already know. I told you. You can't tell anything on me. I tell it on myself. And
Right.
I live the life that I live. I don't live slipping and sliding and hiding and ducking and dodging. What you see is what you get, baby. If you go downtown and see me sitting downtown at a nice restaurant with a glass of wine, that's what you see. I'm not hiding the glass under the table.
Nope.
No, I don't drink. No, yes, I was. That was me. I was
Right.
downtown and I had a glass of Chardonnay. I just tell the truth.
That
You
part.
know, that's how the scandal starts.
Yeah.
Now
Because
you
they
gonna
lie too
lie.
much.
Right, you gonna lie if you say you saw me drunk, run, walking up down the street. Now, baby, you lied, and anybody that know me know you lying. But if you say I saw Pastor, sitting in a restaurant over in the corner alone with a glass of wine, then yeah, I said, yeah, you did. Well, the Bible say that, but that's between me and God, baby.
Right.
You know, they get on the thing of the lottery. Okay, don't play the lottery. All right. Do you want the tithes off the lottery? So what you saying as the pastor is, don't play the lottery because the gambling, and we're not gonna get into all of that because the religion and stuff. But should I hit the $100 million lottery, Pastor Benita, do you want tithes off of it?
Yes, I do. That shit I do.
A woman after my own heart. I love you. I love you. But they not gonna be transparent and say that.
Right.
My mother used to say, even God will cause the enemy to bless me. So you
Yep.
just don't know which way your blessings are coming from. But anyway, hopefully I'll get another
Yep.
opportunity, to come back from the Cayman Islands with you. I know you got your family and
You
stuff
will. You
there.
definitely will. Because we got questions that we need
We
answers
never
to
got
on this here paper.
we didn't get to it, and I really would like to get into that, and the detriment of holding secrets, especially being
Oh yeah.
a young minister in the church, and growing up with the church hurt, the shame, the hurt, the abandonment, and the issues that I endured. Perhaps some of your audience, listener audience, they don't have to go through it or know that they are not the only ones who have gone through it. A child out of wedlock back then, that you was just shameful.
Yeah, that was
And
scandalous, honey.
oh, child, baby, that scandal had nothing on that.
Hmm.
We knew about scandal long before it came on TV because it was in the
Okay, we
church.
ain't have no Olivia Pope to help us. We had to walk that shame, honey.
I think, Benita, I think we need to get an attorney because they owe us some money.
I
They
think so
owe us
too.
some money for some of this stuff.
Pain and suffering, emotional duress.
They owe us some money for some of this, man. So it's sad, but one of the things I love about your show is that it brings out the realness, it brings out the truth. Uh, it causes people to think,
Yeah,
you know, and it's good, clean humor. You
yeah,
allow people to be themselves,
yeah,
and
absolutely,
that's what I love about that.
absolutely.
Like I said, I was coming from the Cayman Islands in my bathing suit. I was gonna be covered, but I was coming, baby. I was
Oh
coming.
Lord.
Y'all wasn't ready for me today.
Now
So God,
we weren't ready.
so God sent the hailstorm to stop it.
We weren't ready. I promise you, we weren't ready. I would have never been
Oh
able
my
to do the interview. I would have just fell out laughing. I wouldn't have been able to do the interview, like for real. Like Lord, what is this woman got on, Jesus?
I already had it planned out, the outfit and everything. So God knows all things. He know that you all weren't ready for that yet. Maybe next year sometime.
Yeah.
Because I was just going to express myself, in all my splendor and glory. But I love y'all so much. God bless you.
We love you too. Thank you for dropping in. I know how this
Yes.
internet works, especially when there's a storm brewing or storm. Even if the storm is nearby, sometimes it
Right.
affects,
And I
you know.
mean, we've had 90, 102 degrees, and just today, all of a sudden, I mean, big chunks of hail like that.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to run out and put my car in the garage. I'm like, I'm not going out in there because it's gonna mess up my makeup, and I'm trying to get on the air. Y'all see, I put on my makeup today for
You sure
y'all.
did. You look good, girl.
You think I could get a husband now?
Yes, girl.
No, I don't want one. He don't want no peanut butter and jelly.
He sure don't. He ain't staying home too long for that.
Right. Well, God bless you. God bless
Well,
you. I
listen,
thank God for you. Yes, ma'am.
check your schedule, and we'll redo this one again, and I'll see you on the next show. Okay.
Okay, well, I'll have my people contact your people who will
Do that.
contact our people back.
Do
And
that.
then, and I'll have to check in with Michelle, her and Barack, because
Right.
I'm planning something with them, and I'll
Okay.
get back to you.
Okay. Well, let me know because I be wanting in.
Right. May the Spirit of the Lord go before each of you and make easy and successful your path. God bless you.
Amen. Thank you. We love you.
We love
See
I
you
love
next
you
time.
back. Okay.
Bye bye. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I got one more commercial to show you, and that is for my Patreon page. I'll be starting that back up real soon. So here's the commercial for that. Get the information and go join.
Entertaining, provocative, and always uncensored. Behind the Curtain with Benita Bradley.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you. What's the day? Sunday. I'll see you guys Tuesday. All right. Bye bye.